Come and dream with me.
Hello and welcome to this What Do You Want to Watch discussion of the 95th Academy Award nominees. I'm your host, Ashley Hobley. Joining me today, Dylan Blight.
Where is Racy? No, I'm joking.
How is she not nominated?
It's bullshit.
She's supporting. I keep telling no,
Yeah.
it's a tight category. Yes. So this morning, or late last night here in Australia, the nominees for this year's Oscars came out, presented by Riz Ahmed and Alison Williams. Dylan, what are your thoughts on this year's nominees?
Yeah, I don't really have. I feel like it's I always go into every time new nominees come out, you go in with a little bit of like, there'll be some stuff that you're like, yeah, I would disagree with that or what. That's fine. I feel all around it's a pretty solid list. I feel like the things that would say were like IMO snubs aren't really that big. Like, the thing that shocked me the most was, I feel like the animated feature film category is like the strongest it's been in years. The most varied, at least. Yep. Like, it's not just 6 Disney films or something like. I feel like that's really, really strong. You've obviously got the most amount of, I think they said the most amount of Asian people to ever be nominated.
Yes.
Like the first Asian female nomination in like 90 years or something ridiculous.
The first, as I think it was a Hollywood Reporter pointed out, the first openly Asian person to be nominated for Best Lead Actress.
Not to go down a weird hole, but how are you not openly Asian?
Because she was hiding that she was Asian, so she was passing as white, so she'd get roles back in the day.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. You got to do what you got to do back then.
Yes.
But no, yeah, I feel like it's all around a decent list. I don't know. What do you think I'm supposed to be like really disappointed in? Like, there's a couple of things I'm disappointed in,
but no, I think it's a really good list. I think, I don't think there's massive. Well, there's a couple of reasonable surprises, but there's no like shock of. There's no film that you're like, oh, that should not have been nominated for Best Picture, which I think is the major category. And there's a whole bunch of threads we can go down in the Best Picture category. But I think, there are some certain people that we thought were definitely going to be in, who aren't, that we kind of felt like were shoo-ins. And then I think there's a couple of categories that people are kind of like very surprised by what's been nominated. Primarily the cinematography category.
Yeah, how the fuck Top Gun wasn't nominated for cinematography?
Yeah. That's the one that is the category that everybody is quite interested in discussing. So the nominees for Best Cinematography are James Franco for All Quiet on the Western Front, Darius Condi for Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, Mandy Walker for Elvis, Roger Deakins for Empire of Light, and Florian Hofmeister for Tar. No Top Gun, Maverick. No The Batman, which has been nominated a bunch of other places.
No Nope.
Nope, not nominated. That's surprising.
There's several places it should have been.
But the cinematography category is the one that's I think has been, in general, has been the one that's like ruffled the most feathers.
Is there any of those movies that people like are saying shouldn't be nominated? Like straight up, is there one of those that everyone's shitting on?
I think there's a lot of people like Empire of Light, just in general, is not a good movie. Not necessarily, and it's not Roger Deakins' best work.
I'm gonna say I watched the trailer for the first time like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Trailer I thought looked good. Now I know everyone says it looks terrible. That's fine, but as a trailer, I thought the trailer looked good. And the standout from the trailer was very pretty. So, I mean, I know that's just a trailer, but
I don't know. I mean, Elvis
was fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, Bardo, not many people watched it. in the end.
Yeah, I still want to watch it though, but yeah, it's hard to. I can't say too much
you
on
need
the
to watch
two
it if you want to complete your. There's
my
39
Oscar,
different movies
Yeah,
nominated
for
this
the ones
year.
I can't. Like, I mean, that is a movie I can watch. I can't watch all of them, but I mean, I'd easily swap out Elvis for Top Gun
Yeah.
for a start. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in the positive narrative wise, All Quiet on the Western Front, I think is the big success story of this Academy Awards, despite not having the most nominations. That goes to Everything Everywhere All at Once. But this foreign language film that kind of got dropped quietly on Netflix is walking away with 9 nominations, including Best Picture. And yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Best Picture, Best Foreign
Most of the craft categories, but yeah. As someone who loved that film.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy. Obviously, I actually got to the stage of this movie where I felt like maybe I was just going insane. Because I'm coming around being like, this movie's really, really good. I'm putting it in my top 10. I'm failing to see it pop up on most other people's list. I'm like, is this one of those cases where I just like a shit movie? Is this?
Yeah.
That's the narrative. And then when the list came out and I saw it was nominated like 9 times or whatever it was, I was like, okay, maybe I'm not insane. Maybe.
No, might be onto something. So yeah, that's a big success story. Triangle of Sadness. The other, I think this is the first time in recent memory, like 2 foreign language films have been nominated. I guess the year of Roma. I think it was Roma and something else.
There was 2 that year, I think.
Yeah, but pretty huge. I don't think I was surprised Triangle of Sadness was nominated. I just hadn't seen it in discussions around Best Picture or even being up there as one of the top foreign international films, let alone picking up Best Director for Ruben Östlund.
I've been keen since I feel like a year ago when I first watched the trailer, but it's just taken forever to come out in Australia.
So
yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I guess this year there could only be one movie involving famous people and a bunch of vomit and bodily fluids, and it wasn't Babylon.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. I would have loved to have seen Babylon get more awards, obviously, as someone who, I'm officially eligible. The hashtag Team Babylon is being taken wrongly by everyone, however you want to say that, but I understand not everyone loves it, so that's fine. But I mean, the one I was like, you cannot go past, at least it was for music and then costumes or something, right? Yeah, it's got music and costumes, so, and then even
I mean that red dress is
stuff too, I think
so.
Yeah, like some of those categories, I'm like, you can't ignore that part, but I would have easily nominated that one for like cinematography and a few other things as well. But
yep. Is there anything else you wanted to particularly point out? Any other strong? Well, I mean,
to come back to Nope for a sec, I really feel like Nope should have been up for just several places, be it original script, best picture, or even coming down from that, even into the original score, cinematography, sound. I feel like visual effects. Like, there's so many places where I was just like, how is Nope not in a single one of these categories? I feel like Nope would be the movie I'd pick as the overall biggest snub. And then the other one, or the other 2 that in a right just world would have got nominated, but they never will because they're horror films, and horror films don't really get nominated for stuff, would have been like Terrifier 2, 100% should have got a nominee for makeup and hairstyling in a just world. In a just world, that film has fucking intense. Like, I know you're like, it's a fucking thing. You haven't watched it, right? You're not going to watch it.
No, I haven't watched it. So.
No. That movie has some really. This is the thing. People don't appreciate. And this, in a just world, people would appreciate well done makeup and hairstyling in a horror movie as well as they love to in fucking 1950s period pieces. You know what I mean?
Because it's best hair and makeup in a movie that the Academy watches. So
yeah, well, that's the problem. I know. That's what I'm saying. In the just world, Terrifier 2. And another thing is Mia Goth should have been nominated. So
yeah, I mean, for me, the big one is nothing at all for The Woman King. which is crazy. Because that was obviously a big film, big push all season. Walks away with nothing. We'll get into the best actress category in a second, but also what was it? Decision to Leave, not getting anything either. Not even nominated for best international feature film.
Yeah, they probably made it just bizarre. As hard for the Academy Awards as they did me. So
no, they make it super. It's super easy. It's out on Blu-ray right now.
It's out on Blu-ray today. Like, calm down. I've watched it, yet, but I will be. Yes.
To celebrate them being snubbed, they brought it. Yeah. They got released.
They're like, hey, here's the day the Oscar noms out. Let's put this on Blu-ray.
Here's the film that the Academy gave a decision to leave.
I'm pretty sure all these films are out on Blu-ray today, finally. So if I can go that.
That's good to know. Yeah. So that one's a pretty big one, in my opinion. So, best actress. Like I said, Viola Davis not nominated. Danielle Deadwyler, who'd been pretty much a shoo-in. It seemed like all award season for a performance until I don't think it's been released in Australia yet. But
it hasn't.
It's been highly regarded, but pushed out by this last minute grassroots in quotation campaign for Andrea Riseborough and To Leslie, a movie nobody's watched.
No. All the actresses that love her have watched it, including Kate Blanchett and whoever else.
Yeah. The only ones. It's one of those classic movies where it raked in a whopping $27,000 at cinemas. It was released in October. This it's a crazy story. I mean, like, obviously it bucks the trend of like how these campaigns to win these awards have been, or at least be nominated, happen. But I think it's hard because, there's an element of you that's like kind of cynical and like, they called in a bunch of favors to try and get her nominated. Big push at the last second. But then, how has nobody done this before, I guess, would be the question.
For this movie no one watched, if they wanted to nominate, to make sure that that she could have been nominated, they should just got her nominated for her role in Matilda the Musical, where she plays Mrs. Wormwood.
She misses
More
Wormwood.
people watch that. Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even realize.
So just nominated for that. A movie people watched.
Yeah, but she wasn't lead though.
Fair.
But yeah, that's. And then you've also got Michelle Williams in there. Who is she lead in that movie or not? Well, I guess.
No. No, she's not.
She's okay, definitive. But yeah, she's there.
In a world where you keep telling me that Ray Seahorn is a supporting actress,
yeah.
Michelle Williams is indeed a supporting actress.
Okay, yeah.
Just saying.
So I have to accept that Rhea Seehorn should be a lead actress, or you have to accept that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're nominating yourself in each of these categories, so it's their choice. So the other nominees in Best Actress are Cate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Michelle Williams for Fabelmans, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. A lot of hate towards Ana de Armas as well.
She's the only good thing in that movie.
Yeah,
she's the only good thing in that.
That's
movie.
What I understand. Like, she's great in that movie. The movie is not for everybody.
Great performance in a terrible movie. So,
yes.
I have no problem with her being nominated for this. If the movie had been nominated for Best Picture, I would have been like, what the fuck are you smoking?
Yeah. Over on the Best Actor side, it's pretty unsurprising field, I guess. Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for After Sun, and Bill Nye for We're Living. Bill Nye earning his first Oscar nomination, which is crazy.
That movie is not out until March 16th or some ridiculous date in Australia. It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. And After Sun is not out till February.
Yeah.
unless you go see it this weekend, because I believe there are some advanced screenings at certain places. But yeah, that's a solid list. Who's going to win it? I don't know at this point.
Hey, baby, it's me, Olsen Butler, here to accept the award on behalf of the...
Best Supporting Actor. The nominees are Brendan Gleeson, Brian Tyree Henry, Judd Hirsch, Barry Keoghan, and Ki-Hu Kwan.
I know who's winning this one.
What? You do know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think... I wrote on Twitter, I think this is the most interesting Academy Awards, because I think there's only 2 categories that I'm 100% certain.
And not the big one.
Of the person who's going to win. Every other category, I think it's like there's a front runner, but there's still the chance that they could.
The only 2 I feel 100% certain in, or like very confident, is actress and actor supporting. The other ones I'm not so sure.
What you sure that Michelle Yeoh's going to win, or or Cate Blanchett?
Yeah, no, I reckon Michelle wins.
I don't know. I think Cate Blanchett is such a
No,
she's been winning a bunch of stuff.
She'll refuse to accept it.
But yeah, she's a real. She got up before they open the envelope. I'm pulling out.
She's like, I'm taking me out of the race.
Just like,
who's runner up?
We don't do runners up. That's not written on the envelope. Yeah, Best Supporting Actress, Angela Bassett for Black Panther, Hong Chow for The Whale, Kerry Condon for Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Thank
Good
God
list.
Fix the Golden Globes mistake.
Yeah, I'm glad that all 4 actors from Everything Everywhere All at Once would be nominated. That's fantastic. Also, Jamie Lee Curtis's first nomination in her career. Which again,
really?
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And everybody keeps saying it. Angela Bassett, the first person nominated from an MCU film. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say she's the first person to give a potentially worthy nominated role from an MCU film, but like for people who are acting like, oh, finally, like every movie has this Oscar caliber.
Everybody was being shit until Angela Bassett came along. You know, yeah, I think that's another category that can go multiple ways, even though Angela Bassett arguably the favorite at the moment.
Yeah.
Then over at Best Original Screenplay, the nominees are Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. And Best Adapted Screenplay nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Women Talking.
Man, I watched the trailer for that Women Talking only recently too, a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
And tense trailer.
That is a tense trailer.
Looks good.
Tense hard movie. But Top Gun, that's the one that's kind of surprised everybody that it got nominated for screenplay. Yeah. Even though I think the screenplay is what so much, like, the way it builds up to that conclusion and, like, sets up the action sequences, I think is very important and, like, kind of making that legacy sequel thing work, but not be too on the nose.
Yeah. No, I feel like I've no problem with it. I got nothing. I feel like it's fine.
That's good. Other key categories: Best Animated Feature Film. Nominees are Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. What a great list.
Now, obviously, I want Guillermo del Toro to win just so he can do a similar speech to he did at the Golden Globes, where he says that these are, and just do another speech about how it's a animated a form of cinema making, not a kids category. Because I'm still fucking fuming about whoever said that stupid line last year or the year before.
It was all the Disney princesses, remember?
Fucking hell.
They brought all the Disney princesses
out. Fucking kids category, animated film, we love them. Yeah. Fuck off.
This is the other category that I'm 100% certain in, and Guillermo del Toro is going to win.
Yep.
Okay. He has a surprisingly fantastic record. Academy Awards.
He makes good movies.
Yeah. Best International Feature Film. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Argentina 1985, Close, EO, and The Quiet Girl.
I feel like All Quiet's a lock in, surely, because you don't nominate it for this many things. Not like if it's going.
Yeah, I think that is clearly actually that is the favorite. I thought, for some reason, I thought Triangle of Sadness was in there, but I guess there's too much English in that. I don't know.
The Quiet Girl would be my runner-up. That's another one I know a lot of people talk about.
Quiet Girl, crazy. It's an Irish film, but they speak in Irish, I guess. So, which is like English, except like with a stronger accent.
Yes.
But you know, I've heard very good things about Close. Argentina 1985 won at the Golden Globes, and then EO's got a donkey in it. It's a movie about a donkey, so it could definitely, win.
It's got a cool poster.
It's like EO the movie.
Yeah, literally.
Best score. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Fabelmans.
If Babylon doesn't win, I'm flipping them on my table.
Yeah, I think Babylon's got a pretty good chance of picking up there because obviously it's so music heavy. But I think this a pretty key indicator of how much people love Everything Everywhere All at Once that it got nominated here for, you know.
Cannot remember its music at all.
I can't. It's obviously not a key point of the movie, but you know.
But there is the music in the Fabelmans, but I can still remember it because it's John Williams.
That's true.
So,
best sounds. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Elvis, and Top Gun: Maverick. Good to see somebody watch The Batman. Unsurprising list again. Those are all movies that make sense for best sound. Best production design: All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, Babylon, Elvis, and The Fabelmans. That all makes sense as well.
Give it Babylon.
I think some people were surprised that Black Panther wasn't on that list, considering the first one I think won for best production design.
I feel like this latest film, obviously, you've set the bar. Like you went there with the first one, and now it's like I don't feel like the second film did as much. You know what I mean?
Best makeup and hairstyling nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Elvis, and The Whale.
I feel like The Whale wins. I haven't even watched it.
A lot of prosthetics in there.
Yeah. That usually wins, right? Prosthetics. I mean, honestly, out of that list, if out of the stuff I've seen, I would give it to All Quiet on the Western Front. Okay. Out of the ones I've seen, the four others. Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. Best costume design: Babylon, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. You know, I think that's got a chance. You know, Jenny Beavan did the costume design for that. You know, one of our faves. So.
It's fucking 50s again. Look, it's like, period piece.
It's like Cruella 2, but with a nice person.
Yeah.
Best film editing, a key category. The nominees are Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun: Maverick.
I feel like it's between Tar and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah. And then best visual effects: All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Top Gun: Maverick. Now I just realized there is a third category. There's like a shoe-in. Because if Avatar doesn't win this, I don't know. Best original song. The nominees are Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, which is done by Diane Warren. I believe her 14th nomination in this category. 0 wins.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. Well, 13 losses. Pretty sure it's about to be 14.
Whoa! Talk shit, you know? Like, take that.
I'm pretty confident.
You fucking loser.
At least
learn the song like that.
I think at least 3 of these are above it. So, Hold My Hand from Top Gun: Maverick by Lady Gaga. Lift Me Up from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever by Thames, Rihanna, Ryan Coogler, and Ludwig Göransson. Natu Natu from RRR by M.M. Kiravani. This Is the Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Music by Ryan Lott, David Byrne, and Mitski.
I really hate.
What a collection of.
I hate when songs, and I know this isn't like anything new, and maybe I just say the same thing every year, but I sort of hate when anything wins where it's just a song that played in the credits. Like, cool. You know,
I think maybe that's why this Natu Natu song is being.
Well, yeah, like I still want
heavily.
to watch Triple R. Like, we didn't get to watch it before my best of picks, but it's still on the list of things I want to do. But like, obviously, that's a song that's actually in the movie. I mean, I don't need people to sing it. I just need the song in the movie. I don't want.
What about?
Hey,
how do you feel about Hold My Hand?
Fucking song? No, it's in the credits.
But it was the song was used as the score for all the relationship scenes. It's just they've added lyrics to it at the end.
Yeah, I don't even think about that though. So I'm saying no.
Okay.
I wouldn't vote for it.
You know, you'd like rule out like half of the best original, probably like 75% of the best original.
Oh, I'm aware, especially from the 80s and stuff. Yeah.
All right. Best director. The nominees are Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert from Everything Everywhere All at Once, Todd Field for Tar, Martin McDonough for Banshees of Inisherin, Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness, and Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans. As a bunch of people have pointed out, no women this year.
Yeah.
Unlucky. I don't know what else to say. You know, it's like what I think. Women Talking is the only one that was nominated for Best Picture that was directed by a woman, so that was the best shot. But it wasn't. It's hard to say without having seen it yet. So, but yeah, obviously it's going to be interesting to see who is going to win that category.
Not only do they not nominate a woman, but they fucking let two guys get nominated at the same time.
They made sure there was an extra
These fuckers. Fucking 5 movies, but 6 guys. How's that work out?
Oh, man. I loved all the tweets around the Daniels getting nominated. Like, you know, coming from making the Harry Potter Dead Corpse movie.
Yeah,
and like
or
I saw somebody
turn down for what music video?
Music video. And then someone posted one of their earlier shorts where at one of the Daniel Scheinert sticks his foot up Daniel Kwan's ass by accident. So
they're artists. They're according artists. Yeah.
So yes, Best Picture nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. Pretty great list. I think the most interesting thing about this list is it's filled with a bunch of movies that actually people went to see.
Yeah, and it's not filled with one or two that stand out as sore thumbs, which is like all I asked for, really.
But it's interesting that, like I said, it's a bunch of movies that people have actually gone to see. Do you think this list increases the chances of increased ratings this year?
People are just going to tune in and hope that Will Smith slaps someone anyway. So
he's banned, so I mean,
but people don't know that.
Yeah.
People don't know.
How many jokes do you think there are going to be about slaps? At least
many.
one.
Yeah, at least. Start your bingo card.
All right, we should do that this year.
Yeah. A good list. I have no idea who's winning. I mean, I could knock off a few and say these are probably out of the race, but I'd still say there's 5 movies there that I'm like,
you're not like 100% on any.
Yeah, I'm like it's a hard year.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on the nominees for this year?
No, it's a good list. Decent list. Obviously, as I said, there's your typical sort of like, oh, this sort of thing, blah blah blah. But as far as nominee lists go, pretty solid stack of films there for you to get your head around.
Any snubs? The other big snub, I guess, Paul Dano in the Best Supporting Actor category.
I
would have picked him over Judd Hirsch.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like so good that I'm gonna like cry about it.
I'm sure there's a bunch like just women in general. As someone pointed out, Ciao Papa not being up for best song. That's just disappointing because that was a great.
What's that?
From Pinocchio.
Papa? Right. Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah. All right.
I think they should have nominated Mia Goth for best leading role in X and best supporting role in X, and then they should have nominated her as well for best lead in Pearl.
I think X probably came out before last year's.
They should have just nominated for Pearl then.
Yeah. All right, let us know what you thought of this year's Academy Award nominees. Who are you rooting for? Who are your big snubs? Who are your big surprises? Let us know by going to explosion.com/Twitter or jump to our Discord at explosion.com/Discord. If you want to help us out here at What Do You Want to Watch, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Podchaser. Leave us 5 stars. Anywhere can leave 5 stars. Tell people about the show or head on over to explosion.com and just click around at a bunch of different articles. That helps. And if you want to help us out financially, head on over to our Ko-fi page at explosion.com/support. We'll be back soon with our predictions this year with Mr. Buddy Watson from Radio Watson, who's thrown his hat into the ring. Yeah. He's told me several times he wants to be involved. So, thank you very much for listening. Until next time, keep watching stuff, I guess.